Okay, I've been getting flamed recently for the fact that I start every single video with, okay, hi guys, or all right, hi guys. But I'm realizing I really can't think of another intro. What's up, vlog family? Anyway, real ones will recognize this very chaotic background as my sister's place in Chicago. We are doing the holidays here. My parents also flew here from SoCal. I'm actually going to Cancun after this with my parents, which is super random. But the project we are working on is finishing up this sweater that I started in my little snow road trip vlog. I left it off there with like the torso done. You can see since then I started working on our neckline ribbing, which isn't done yet. I want to do like a fold over collar where you like do double the length and then you like fold it back in. I've never done it before though, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it because I'm worried it's gonna come out a little bit more like mock necky versus like a curved ribbed collar that lies flat. Like normally I do decreases so that like the collar kind of like, you know, does this. But because I'm using this mohair, I was worried that that would be like a little bit too thin. So I'm trying to do this doubled over one, but I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Also, gonna proactively say that my clothing in this video is probably gonna be a bit whack. I brought one carry-on for Chicago and Cancun and California, and I had to bring a bunch of gifts. So I legit brought like one sweater, one coat, and one pair of jeans. And everything else I'm just gonna be stealing from my sister's closet. So I'm wearing her Miffy pajamas right now. Now, the yarn situation with this is that I have this much left of the green and the yellow. Definitely not going to be enough to crank out both sleeves. And I'm trying to figure out what to do. I mentioned this in the last part, but I looked in my little Japanese color dictionary color combos book and tried to find color combos that have green and yellow. I found one. It's definitely not the same shades of green and yellow, but they paired it with like a light blue and a darker teal. And I do think this is a kind of like satisfying color combo. I also wanted to mirror the fact that these are two very different yarn weights. You can even kind of tell from how see-through it is. One is like a basically lace weight mohair. It's a little bit thicker than lace weight, but it's basically lace weight. That's the green. And then the yellow is this thicker alpaca. You can see it's like variegated. That's how you're getting those streaks of the darker yellow, which I think is so stunning. And I just felt like if I did the sleeves all in one yarn weight, it would make the thick yellow look really random. So I pulled this dark teal. It's the Diablo mohair. And then the Mohair Delight, this light blue, is like a little bit thicker. It's honestly probably a tiny bit thicker than the yellow, but it's kind of like a similar weight differential. I keep pinning sweaters that have like one stripe colorway on the body and then a different stripe colorway on the sleeves, but I don't actually know how to make it look good. I also feel like those sweaters usually have like wider stripes on the torso and then thinner stripes on the sleeves, but I low-key made these stripes like not as wide as I planned them to be. So now I'm like, do I do thicker stripes on the sleeves? I feel like if I'm gonna do different colors, I should also do a different stripe width because that will make it seem more intentional. I don't know, I think it's becoming very clear that I have no idea what the fuck to do with this sweater. I might ask on Instagram, but I famously never listen to anything that my polls say or anything that you guys say, so maybe I shouldn't even bother to ask. Anyways, we are about to head out soon for a lunch reservation for the whole family. And I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna go ahead and get that collar done. And then with regards to the sleeves, I don't know. We'll see.
This here's the Lawnjäger, which is a German salumi. So it has some caraway and cinnamon in it. Yeah, this right there.
Dude, not for me. Yeah. What do you mean?
Wait, can you get me some candy? Can you get me some candy? Yay!
Just airheads.
Damn it.
Anything else?
This didn't go the way I thought it would go.
I would turn the floor into a zoo.
interesting spread, including leftover sandwich. Guys, this tea, it's a turmeric ginger tea, which I've definitely had before, but this one in particular is so freaking bomb. It has like a honeyish aftertaste. I'm so obsessed with it. I'm gonna see if I can try to find the link for it to put down below for my fellow tea enthusiasts. Anyways, let's talk about this sweater. I'm so annoyed. If you watch the video where I work on the body portion, I was kind of having a whole crisis about the yarn choice. I was like, I shouldn't have chosen 2 different weight yarns. I don't know if I like the green and the yellow together, but I finished a little collar ribbing. Actually, let me just try it on for you, although this is gonna look insane because I'm wearing a red shirt. Like, look how cute it's looking. The fold over ribbing turned out so well. Like, it looks so clean, but it was also literally so easy. Like, you don't have to do any decreases. And I do feel like I maybe could have picked up more stitches when I started the collar, because this part's like a little bit more cinched than I necessarily wanted, but I think it's fine. And I make a lot of pieces that are like pretty boat necky and like loose around the neck. So I feel like, especially for something that's supposed to be warm, a slightly higher neck is fine. I just made the ribbing a little bit shorter so that it doesn't get too like, you know? But yeah, I'm annoyed because I actually think finishing off the sleeves with the same colors would be so cute. And I didn't show all this, but I started the sleeve so many times. First, I started it with the green and the yellow because I was like, wait, I really want to do it all in one color or all in the same colors. Maybe I could make it work. And then I started it and I was looking at the yarn and I was like, in what freaking universe do I think that I have enough yarn for this? Like, I definitely don't. Then I tried doing like the dark green, but with the light blue, and that was looking really weird. And then y'all saw I finally went for these 2 colors, but I did the dark blue first. And that was just looking really funky. I think it wasn't enough contrast, so you couldn't even like tell that I had switched colors, because I guess the dark teal kind of looks similar to the dark green. So now I have the light blue first. I am kind of annoyed, or not annoyed, but I just wish that the light blue was similar to the yellow, where it's like a little bit more slubby. This is like a very uniform weight yarn, and obviously it doesn't have like the really cool variegation that this yellow does. It's not that I don't think the different colored sleeves can look good, but when I make my sweaters, I usually make the body portion really wide because I kind of like more of like a drop shoulder. But I think in this scenario, this would actually look better if the sleeve started like where the sleeve is traditionally supposed to start, like up here. But obviously there's nothing we can do about that now. I do think the color combo is kind of working though. Like, I like that it's 1 light color and 1 dark color. I'm just gonna keep going on the sleeve and maybe it'll be okay. I also experimented a lot with the stripe width. I tried like wider stripes at first, but that looked weird. Then I tried narrower stripes. But I think because these stripes are already kind of narrow, that looked weird too. So then I just settled on the same width. Also, it's so hot in this apartment. I need to... I think I'm gonna eat lunch at home, but then I'm gonna try and actually leave the apartment. Normally when I'm here on the weekdays, I legit just sit on the couch and watch TV and crochet or knit all day, which to be fair is my ideal existence. But I have dinner plans with Emma, Stitched by Emma, one of my fiber arts content creator friends. And before that, I might head to the drawing room. It's like this really vibey lounge that I think will be the perfect place to do some knitting. And then I want to stop by Yarnify, which is one of my favorite Chicago yarn stores. I am technically on a yarn ban ever since my yarn stash video, but I didn't bring enough yarn with me. And this is like a thing that has never happened. You know how normally when you go on a trip, you pack enough yarn to make like 5 months of projects? But because I had like no luggage space and I didn't really think about how long I was going to be gone, I was like, I'll just bring enough to finish this sweater and make one other sweater and that'll be good. So I'm starting to panic that I might end up in Cancun and run out of yarn. My worst nightmare. So I'm gonna go see if I can pick up something. My roommate said if I buy yarn and use it immediately, it doesn't count as buying it, which is so true. Like I mentioned, I literally brought one sweater and one jacket with me, and here they are. This is my kid mohair jacket from Cezanne. Been getting so many compliments on this. It's also insane, the color match between this shirt and this sweater. This shirt, by the way, is from my friend's kind of like lingerie loungewear brand called With Pleasure. It's just such a gorgeous like pointel shirt. She also has like a gray and white striped version. I love the cut of it, and you can get like a little kind of like cotton bikini bottom to go with it, which is so cute. But yeah, I love wearing this under this because it has thumb holes, the shirt. So it's basically like I have matching hand warmers. And then this coat is from a brand called Itclet. I have that like lightish colored faux fur zip-up jacket that I wear to death. That one's from Finesse. And I saw this one, which is like very similar. It's a little bit less warm, but it's like a dark brown version. I love like a more like vintage fur, obviously, but I feel like a lot of those like don't really zip up, don't really close, and they're like very, very bulky. And it's a little bit more of a statement piece. Whereas I feel like these kind of like faux fur zip ups are a little bit more of like an everyday reach for kind of thing. Like I just reach for this instead of a puffer, and I feel like you immediately look, I don't know, like you tried. I'm gonna snoop around the kitchen and see if I can scavenge some lunch, and then we can go ahead and head out. Yay, I'm so excited to go yarn shopping. 你看我毛线不够，所以袖子要搞别的颜色。
其实那不行，太难看了。
啊！
哎，反正我也没办法，我没计划这样。
Oh my god.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, yes, thank you. But I don't have enough yarn for the sleeve. So then I was like, cheers! Okay, y'all, it is so freaking hot. I did not expect to come to Chicago to sweat, but this apartment is like all glass and it's so sunny today, which is nice. But it means that it is like 1,000,000 degrees in here and the AC is not working. Like maybe it doesn't do cold mode in the winter. All I know is that I literally do not want to try the sweater on for you because I am already sticky. But okay, I need to explain what's going on here. First of all, I think when I tried this sweater on for you last time, I had it on backwards, so that's good. This is the correct way. I almost finished this sleeve. As you can probably tell, I was just about to do the last bit of cuff ribbing with the mohair. And the thing is, I actually do like the color combo. I like the stripe width, but the fact that the sleeve starts here is, I think, what's really throwing me off. So then on this side, I tried to pick up stitches, like not from the actual edge of the torso, but from up here. Well, like I said, normally I don't really create that much of like a whatever curve here because I like more of a drop shoulder. But in this instance, I'm like, I think the stripe needs to start like right up on the shoulder and then it will look fine and look intentional. That does mean there's like this weird extra flap of like the yellow and green fabric down here that I'm hoping just won't really show once the sleeve covers it. But okay, this is gonna sound insane. I think I'm gonna undo this sleeve and just start the sleeve in the yellow and the green because I'm feeling really delusional and I'm like, maybe there will be enough. I think there won't be, but I'm just, I guess, in the mood to waste my own fucking time. So I'm gonna try, and then if it becomes apparent that it's not gonna work, then I'll go back to this sleeve and just do like these 2 colors and then repeat the same thing on this side. I do think like this solution isn't bad. Like just imagine this, but like up here. Like that I think looks okay. I don't know. It's also just too hot. Emma said it wasn't that bad, but everyone else I've showed it to is like the colors look random af. And I don't know. I don't actually really care what anyone else thinks. I'm like, you guys just don't see my vision. But the problem is right now I also don't see my vision. So, oh, I did buy yarn yesterday. I was in there forever and the employees were like, do you need help? Do you need help? Are you looking for anything? And I was like, I don't know. And I still don't really know what I bought this for, but I have been eyeing the hedgehog fiber alpaca bouclés for so long. I've seen them in different stores here in the US. It's also stocked in a lot of stores in Copenhagen, and they just have like really sick colorways. They have some like really colorful ones. Those I can't really see myself using, but I love this pet rock color because it's kind of like a purplish gray with like, I don't know, pet rock is such a good name. That's like literally what this looks like. I'm thinking about using this to make another version of my diagonal cutout crochet top. The whole story on that was that like I knit that Chinese button top, then I realized that Silly Hands had a semi-similar pattern. It's called the Slice Me Up top. It's not the exact same, but I think it makes more sense for people to buy that pattern and like adapt it versus me write one up. So then I was like, let me try and write a crochet one. And then I made that crochet version, the blue one with the yellow buttons, but I used a cotton, and I don't actually think a stiff yarn is good for a project like that, where a lot of it does have to do with like stretching and like forming to the body. So then I put that pattern test on hold, and I want to make another version with the softer yarn. So maybe I'll use this one. I don't know. We'll see. For now, I'm going to go battle my demons with this freaking sweater. Mine is hitting the spot.
That's just...
You get 0% sugar.
That's leaf water. Yes, I got 0% sugar.
Reh.
Did you unplug that
Oh
one?
my god, it's closed! Look at my clothes! Wow, clothes!
Clothes.
This is actually shocking. This is my favorite jacket I wanted.
Cute. This gift that I unwrapped from the Amazon packaging myself.
You rated me. You said it's yours.
No, I said, oh, this is for me.
Yes, I was like, okay, here you go. Wait, we fetched
Literally,
it.
a lot of that stuff is stuff you left behind. You also paid for this? That's your own shirt. You
Is that a
left it
white
behind.
t-shirt?
Did I leave this here? Oh, this is also requested. My Aesop hand cream. Thank you. I bought this.
Yeah, she bought the first self.
And
I just intercepted it.
No, but I fetched it though.
Grace can fit in this? Yes.
Wow.
Charles and Keith.
It's a
Wow.
Singapore. Wow, that's very pretty. It's Jellycat.
Oh my god,
It's
so
from the
cute.
space pop-up.
I actually did get
Seoul.
something for someone. Aren't you Gen Z?
What is it? A stitch?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my
It's-
god.
Oh, so cute.
Bounce rebound. Wait, no, it's bounce rebond.
So you don't know which one I get? Yeah.
No.
Wait, he's pretty swaggy.
Oh, I asked for this.
No, that was
Oh,
that was the one in the video you already saw.
From Up Studio.
It's from China.
Yes, I did ask for this one.
Yes.
Da, da, da.
I originally got a small and it was so small, so then I got a medium. So
Okay.
it came with your gift,
That's
but
the
then
receipt for your gift.
but the actual gift is sitting on my bed in New York City. Maybe you can guess what the actual gift is based
a
on this. Yes. But that's a fridge magnet.
Oh.
Oh.
That's very cute.
That's
Oh,
cute.
it is cute. Okay, surprise! We are now in Cancun. I feel like all my vlogs recently have started in one place and just ended in another place. And would you look at that? I got the freaking whole sweater done in the green and yellow. Now, I kid you not, I think I did the first sleeve and then I was like, it's a little bit too skinny. So then I redid the sleeve a little bit wider and then I proceeded to do the second sleeve and then I ran out of the yellow yarn and I was like, fuck, I should have just stayed with the first skinny sleeve. So then I did this crazy stitch by stitch math to figure out how skinny I had to make the sleeve. I deadass had like 1 foot of the yellow yarn left at the end, but I freaking did it. Oh, before I try it on though, I want to show y'all what I got for Christmas. From my parents, I pay an arm and a leg for like New York State health insurance, so they just helped contribute some money for that, which is really the best gift that I could get. I was like, your girl just needs cash, okay? I don't need more like material objects. But my sister got me this gorgeous Charles and Keith bag when she was in Singapore. I have like a dark brown little purse. It was the one that I got when I was in China. But I love how this one is more of like a, I don't know, milk chocolatey brown and has gold hardware. Most of my bags have silver hardware, but especially for vacations like this, when I'm in a tropical destination, I tend to wear gold jewelry. So this is actually so perfect for this leg of the vacation because I didn't really bring like a little purse for the trip. Honestly, kind of giving Miu Miu vibes. It's not like a color that I style a lot. I do wear dark brown more, but I think this will go really well with other colors, like a dark red. Plus this bag I think will be so pretty. This is something that I like explicitly requested, but I just asked for black leather touchscreen gloves. This is another thing that I explicitly asked for. It's Aesop hand cream. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think other hand creams do a better job of moisturizing. I have the L'Occitane one and my sister really likes the Caudalie one. And I think those are better for moisturizing your hands. But this for me is honestly all about the scent. This is the, I'm just gonna link this down below because I'm not gonna try and pronounce that, but it's like a very kind of like herbaceous spa-like scent. And I just love putting this on, especially before I am like knitting, because sometimes my hands aren't dry. I just want some extra like, I was gonna say lubrication, which sounds kind of weird, but that really is the right word. And then the last two things are just cute little keychains. The first one is this little stitch. His name is Bounce Rebond. The names of all the different blind box options were so funny. It was like swag, but they're all just like little stitches and kind of like streetwear outfits. And they're so freaking cute. I famously don't love Labubus, but I think this is so much more my vibe. So I have it on this Dagny Dover duffel. By the way, this is like what I take on all my trips. This is, I think, as big as you can get for a like personal item that fits under the seat. And when I tell you that this holds like an insane amount and it's just like really nice quality, it has one of those little sleeves so that you can stick it on top of your suitcase. Sorry, I went on a tangent here, but I really do love this duffel. And then the last thing is this little Jellycat bunny from their space collection. I already have like a bag charm on here that my friend Karen made me that is like silver and purple. And so adding this Jellycat onto my silver bag, I feel like is so perfect. It's so soft. So that was my Christmas haul. Now let's try on this sweater. I actually haven't tried it on since blocking. Ironically, my mom has. I like was having it dry just like on a random chair back. And then I went on WeChat and she had like a full photo shoot in the sweater. I guess like while I wasn't paying attention. She was wearing it backwards, but well, famously I made that mistake too, so. Okay, I don't know if this white tank top is what I would wear under this because I feel like all the lines are kind of distracting because the green part of the sweater is translucent, but it's so cute. I think it's hard for me to like really love it because I'm literally in a place that's 80 degrees right now, but I'm excited to get back to New York and figure out how to style it. I really have not styled something in this colorway before, and oh, I need to weave in these ends. If you watch my videos, you know I've been really having a moment with more like ochre chartreuse indigo colors, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to work around these two colors. I'm not gonna lie, in an ideal world, I think the sleeves would be a tiny bit bigger because if you see the torso portion's pretty wide, and I usually like to make my sleeve width proportional to my torso width, but I I think like is not noticeable. It's not like I have like a skinny sleeve. And I might give it another block. I do wish like I basically blocked it once to add length and then once to add width, but I might block it again to add some length. It's so comfy. It's kind of an interesting sensation because obviously the different yarns feel different on my skin. So like different parts of my arm feel different. I definitely want to make maybe another 2 sweaters in this kind of design. And I'm gonna stick to 1 yarn weight, really like perfect the fit and the drape and come out with a pattern. I've decided I don't care if it's gonna sell well. I just think this is like such a nice design and honestly more beginner friendly than you would expect. I think my watercolor brush sweater is like the most beginner friendly possible knit sweater. It literally just uses like stockinette, purling, knitting, and then a couple of decreases. That's it. And this is pretty much the same, except that it uses like a tiny bit of ribbing, but it's still like very, very straightforward. I think it's a little bit less practical because certain parts of it are see-through. Like that makes it more unique, but also makes it a little bit less wearable. So I think in the future, I would use either like a thicker yarn, like the yellow one, or do a doubled up lace weight mohair, because that's what I did for my watercolor brushed sweater. But I'm very happy that I managed to make it work with the yarn I bought. I was really beating myself up for being an unthoughtful yarn purchaser, but I prevailed in this game of yarn chicken. Although I definitely need to use my brain a little bit more when I buy yarn in the future. I will say, even though the different colored stripes on the sleeve thing didn't really work out in this instance, I do want to make a sweater like that because I think if executed properly, it would be so, so freaking cute. So watch out for that. I need to take this off. It's so hot. It's so hot. Oh, you might be wondering why or who I'm in Cancun with. I'm here with my parents. They headed out a little bit early. Well, A, because I needed to film, and B, they're like checking out museums and stuff, which I care about a little bit less. I came here to lie on the beach, but it's not even that hot. It's like in the 70s and it's kind of overcast the next few days, which I'm a little bummed about because I just wanted to lie out and knit in my little bikini. But I will obviously have another vlog coming that shows our time in Cancun. And yeah, it's nice to get some like quality time with my parents. My mom is always like, girl, you need to find a husband. But I'm like, the one nice thing about me not having a husband is I'm still traveling with you at the ripe old age of 28. I realized this vlog was like kind of dumb because it was just me like redoing the sleeves a million times. But I hope you were emotionally invested in the journey, at least 5% as emotionally invested as I was. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys.
You left the kitchen light on.